Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Dropping Down from the Rafters podcast here on Toned In Entertainment. Today, man, oh man, we are pumped. We are excited. We've got a star-studded crew here. Some of the best wrestlers in Florida here on the show. Let's kick it off with the guy next to me, Mr. 954, Mr. Pompano himself, Chris Farrow. How you doing, Chris?
Is he stuck? Is he stuck?
Chris is stuck in the Matrix right now. He was just here. I promise. When Chris comes back. Right next to we got you, Chris. We got you, Chris.
I don't know. I think
You're still stuck.
I swear it was perfect before we hit live. It was good to go.
You got to upgrade. Fuck the androids.
There we go. Chris Farrow is here, Mr. Pompano.
He's moving around a little bit, and then he's froze again.
All right. Next up,
the Titan of Poetry, King Atlas. How you doing, King Atlas?
What's going on, man? I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me, brother.
Absolutely. In the hot tub, down below King Atlas, the Sultan of Sexy, Pretty Rich Wise. How you doing, Rich?
I'm good, brother, but this ain't a hot tub. I know you're not normally used to being in a shower or a typical bath. That's what this is. So, maybe you should check it out once in a while.
Okay. It's way above my pay grade. You know that. Yeah. Little
bar of soap. It ain't going to hurt nobody, brother.
It's all good. Right next to him, of course, the franchise of CCW, Cha-Cha. Charlie, how you doing, Cha-Cha?
Doing great. But I don't know how I feel with this guy next in the hot tub.
Hello?
Right next to me. What are you wearing, Rich Wise? What are you wearing?
Why are you always worried about what I'm wearing, Cha-Cha?
I told Rich to give us a warning if he has to stand up, though. This is still a PG-13-ish type show here.
Yeah, give us a warning, please.
Give us a warning, please. And finally, next to Cha-Cha Charlie, again, hold on. He is the Gucci Man.
Yep.
He is the Versace Prince.
Yep.
He is the Don of Louis Vuitton.
Woo!
He's the trust fund kid, Blake Banks. How you doing, Blake Banks?
Thank you for that introduction. I'm glad you got it right.
Damn, what an introduction.
Wow.
Holy crap.
We ain't surprised.
What I require for you.
Yeah, just chilling here, chain on in the bachelor pad with Gucci shorts. Come on. You ain't never seen it. Come on.
You got the Gucci shorts on even for the podcast, Blake.
Yeah, of course, man. Every time I go out, I got a show out. Come on.
Okay. Before we even get started, we got TNT 4694 says an amazing panel. Absolutely, that's for sure. Cherry Bomb says pretty rich in a hot tub. Everybody thinks it's a hot tub, Rich.
Just dirty ass, smelly wrestling fans, and I don't expect much less from them.
A lot of my favorites here sending love to everybody. The unofficial camera woman, thank you, unofficial camera woman, for joining in tonight. TNT 4694 says keep them on track. Cha-Cha, you got to keep everybody in line here tonight.
That's my job.
Do you have to read this? Are you reading this comments out because they can't read for themselves? Is that what's going on?
Well, I'm trying to be a good host here, Rich.
I know Cha-Cha doesn't speak much English. I don't know about King Atlas either, but
hey, Rich on your ass tomorrow. I don't know what you did to piss him off, but he on your ass tonight.
This is every night I deal with Rich Wise.
Hey, worry about your Gucci pants. Rich.
Now tonight's theme is, in professional wrestling, there's just been a lot of bad gimmicks over the years, and we thought we'd have a little fun and looking at some of just the bad gimmicks in professional wrestling. Chris Farrow, do you want to kick us off with a bad gimmick of professional wrestling that you think, and we can all kind of discuss it?
Vladimir Kozlov.
What?
He went from beating the Undertaker to, he was dancing. You remember he had this gimmick where he was like dancing and.
Yeah, I remember that.
WWE Tag Team Champion at the time as well.
What's wrong with the dance?
I thought no, there's nothing wrong with it. I thought at the time he was gonna become a world champion because he beat Undertaker clean on SmackDown. Then,
Are you saying when you pick up dancing, it's the end of your career?
No.
Ask him.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Does it go him when I point that way? Is it looking right at him this way? Does it work?
It is.
Okay,
Yes, you're
good.
pointing. Yes.
Start dancing, forget a title shot. You will never be champion if you start dancing, right?
Oh.
Is that what you're saying, Chris?
I don't know.
All right.
You guys have gone to battle with each other.
What you say?
He said if you start dancing, you'll never become a world champion. He asked the question.
Nah.
Chris is absolutely right, bro. He's just another Norman Smiley, bro. Norman Smiley ain't gonna become champion.
Okay. Oh, so
Disco Inferno. Come on, bro.
wow, that's a different story altogether. King Atlas.
What about the promos though? What about the I love double E? That was gold, man. That was great.
I agree.
I popped on that.
No, King. That's why I like a little discussion as far as we're all not going to agree on these names.
What
that's
about
for
Great
sure.
Khali?
Oh,
Jobby Playboy.
That was, to me, that was a bad one. I would go with that one for sure. I would support that decision.
he didn't need a gimmick though. He just needed to stand there and
He was dominant.
Dominant. Oh man, he was a tough one for me to watch.
yeah.
King Atlas, we'll throw a name out here for us.
All right. I know you said top 10.
Natalia Farty.
He's
For
going.
me, I'm
Hold
gonna-
on. Let's go. Let's go.
It's not your turn, Farrow. Calm the hell down. Sit there. Go back and freeze for a second, dog.
Farrow's trying to be out here in 7 minutes. Hold on, let's go to King Atlas. King Atlas, throw out a name for us.
All right, I'm gonna have to go coming in hot with Becky Lynch, man. You remember when she made her debut?
Oh,
She
my
was
God,
doing
the
that
dancing?
little Irish river dance.
Yeah.
Her feet were going like this. Nah, son, that wasn't it for me, man. That was compared to the man and how she became the face later on. That has to be one of the worst gimmicks in history, man.
I think the man was worse. You're gonna call yourself the man because you can't get over as a woman? I thought she was cool as Irish.
Wow. Oh, you coming in hot? All right.
I kind of agree with him.
You dig the Irish dancing versus the man gimmick, Rich?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like this. I like the steampunk Becky.
Oh, okay. Blake Blanks, who do you got on your list here?
Wait, what? Say that again. What was
Who do you have on your list? We'll throw out a name for us, Blake.
I got some good ones. I tried to keep it like within 2009 till now because that's when I started watching wrestling. So these are like my own personal opinions. I got some good ones. Who should I say first? Okay, we'll go with something recent. Do you guys remember on AEW, like around like the last couple of years, like during the pandemic, that Trust Busters group?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that whole thing was bad with Sony Kiss and
Was it Joey Janela?
No. They were called like the Trust Busters or something. It was bad.
Ari Daivari.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that whole group was so bad because it made no sense. All of them had different gimmicks, but they stuck them together. And I know people were raving about the theme song, but I thought the theme song was terrible. Nothing made sense about it. It had like no direction, but yet they were winning every week on AEW Dark. It made no sense.
Okay, that's a good one because it's just like there's nothing worse than a bunch of guys and girls getting thrown together in a faction that make no sense whatsoever, and that's one right there. Okay.
And if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, there's probably a reason because it was bad. I just watched AEW Dark, me and 4 other people. So
right. Wow. The unofficial camera woman says the Trustbuster stole Blake's gimmick, LOL, but they did suck and were boring.
Yeah. There you go. If you're gonna steal my gimmick, at least do it better, you know?
Right, because we know if Blake is running the show, then it's gonna be fire over there. That's for sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Cha-Cha, who you got on your list?
I'll start from now. I want to say every gimmick that wants to steal someone else's gimmick, you know, like the fake Razor Ramon, the fake Diesel, the fake Undertaker, No Way Jose, the fake Cha-Cha Charlie, you know.
Who's faking Cha-Cha Charlie? Who's the fake Cha-Cha Charlie?
There's a story behind that gimmick. That's all I'm going to say.
One of the guys, if somebody mentions one of the guys or girls that are on somebody else's list, go ahead and chime in and say that you also have them, and that way we can all discuss it all at one time. Because for my number 2, I actually had the fake Razor Ramon and the fake Diesel because it was just dumb. It was just stupid. It was just horrible. So yes. Rich Wise.
Even the
go
fake
ahead.
Undertaker, even the fake Jim Ross in WCW.
That was funny.
Were you a fan of Oklahoma, Rich?
Absolutely, that dude was hilarious.
Yeah, you might be the one person on this planet that's a fan of. Okay.
It was a blatant, it wasn't.
Yeah, of course. Everything was blatant. Everything's blatant.
The Vince Russo brainchild thing there, right? Well, I had Oklahoma on my list, I believe, at number 3. Number 4, actually. Oklahoma was on my list as number 4. Yeah.
So I nailed top 2, top 3.
You did number 2 and number 4. Number 2 and number 4 you nailed on my list, Cha-Cha.
I'm winning.
You are. Rich, who do you got?
Someone probably on everybody's list. I have Ariel Dominguez. He's got that stupid little, oh, look at me, I'm the token hero midget gimmick. Like, what's so special about you? You're like the token small guy. Great.
He's not a midget, though. He's technically.
Bro, I mean, what's the difference, bro? I mean, he look at my ring. Bro, I won't out wrestle that guy. I'll crumple him up like a little piece of paper and shove him up Cha-Cha's ass. Sorry. Ariel Dominguez gimmick sucks.
So Ariel Dominguez makes your list. Is Ariel Dominguez on anybody else's list here tonight?
Nah, he's not on my list. I like Ariel.
No,
Yeah.
but I do got somebody close. I did have Shorty G on that.
Okay.
I got Shorty G on my list too.
Yeah.
See, you all think the same thing. It's a Puerto Rican Shorty G. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Ariel Dominguez is his own gimmick. I like his gimmick. He has nothing to do with Shorty G.
Yeah.
Leave him alone. Leave the guy alone. Leave him alone.
There's somebody that's not happy about, I think, Ariel Dominguez.
There you go.
Being on the list.
What's A-hole? Is that like A1, A plus?
It might be like grading system. You just got an A plus. Yeah.
A1, A for effort.
A for effort, definitely. Chris, give us a name on your list.
I think he's still stuck.
He's still frozen from earlier.
I think he was just thinking. He was thinking about that Ariel. He was like, yeah, Rich is probably right.
Okay. Well, let's go with King Atlas while Chris is buffering over here.
All right. I got oh, he's back?
Chris, are you back?
Where he moves very slowly. It's hard to tell.
I'll pay for his internet, man. I'll throw in a buck.
CTF.
Hook it up, Blake. Hook it up.
What's going
Yeah.
on?
High speed
Trust
internet.
fund kid. Throw him a bag.
Yeah. Gotta get off that spectrum, man. Come on.
While Chris is buffering, King Atlas, give us a name.
All right. This one might be on some of your list. I got Paul Virtue. The man was smashing his sister. That has to be stupid. I don't know why they think that would get over. An incest gimmick. That's just terrible, man. I got Paul Virtue.
That was a gimmick?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
You guys don't remember Paul Virtue when he had an on-screen character with his manager that was his sister? They had an incest gimmick.
Oh, I remember. Didn't he do like a pirate gimmick?
That was after. That was before.
That was after the sister thing?
And then he came back with his sister, who was his manager at the time, and then that was his on-screen lover. But that was they had an incest gimmick.
Oh God, that's awful.
Yeah, he was smashing his sister. I was like, nah, hell no. That's a terrible character. I don't know why he would agree to do that.
No, not cool. Not cool. Somebody, TNT 4694 has put Rich Wise on their stupid gimmick list. But Rich, this is not a gimmick.
Bro.
This is Rich Wise. This is not a gimmick. This is pretty Rich Wise. So.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask you something. We were just talking about the incest thing. Do you remember Mark Bagwell, Buff Bagwell? I don't know if it was on Dark Side of the Ring or one of those, but yeah, they're talking about him, somebody walking in on him and his mother shaving his balls for him, like in the locker room. Like I saw that on some shit, and it already happened. I don't know what worker was like speaking on it, but they said they opened the door and like, she's shaving his balls for him.
And that's a committed mother right there.
That's an awkward son too. At the same time,
Would you let your mother shave your balls, Cha-Cha?
Not, but I'm sure Rich Wise will. I'm sure Rich Wise.
No, she shaves mine. I figured she might shave yours for you too, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Rich, you're in the bathtub. Your mother could be on the other end of the camera.
Oh!
She's holding the camera right now for me.
Oh my God, no.
Fucking Blake Banks wants some. You just made me come out of my mouth with the F word. I can't believe myself. I'm just gonna sit back down and wait till my motherfucking turn.
Oh my God. Oh wow. The unofficial camera moment says gimmick storyline should never be a thing, period. And I do agree with that. Yeah, that's just a little gross. And thank God they didn't thank God they didn't have like I know they put Judy Bagwell on a pole at one point, right? It was like some type of
Mark Bagwell's pole, you know?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's a little weird, buddy.
I enjoyed that whole segment. I enjoyed it.
I did too. I thought it was funny.
The Judy Bagwell on a pole?
Yeah. I enjoyed everything with Judy Bagwell. I think it was fun. My opinion. I don't know.
I think that's one of those things we have to go back and rewatch that it gets a bad rap that maybe it wasn't so bad. Right? Yeah. Okay. For me, I had Bastion Booger, Friar Ferguson on my list as 10 because that was just disgusting.
That's my worst gimmick right there. I had him as the worst.
It's Bastion Booger. Okay.
Yeah.
He just would get in there and probably do some. It was just gross. Yeah.
It made no sense. It was
nobody needs to be named Booger at all. Plain and simple.
Example.
Pretty Rich over here, maybe. The Booger Rich.
The Booger Rich.
Yeah, I got some snot for you, brother.
Yeah.
Oh,
what kind of snot?
Why are you asking these questions, Cha-Cha? Chris, are you back with us?
Yes,
no.
I'm here.
I think he's back.
Chris, you got to upgrade. Are you still on Android over there?
He's stuck in the Matrix.
Hell no.
No, see, he's there.
Hell no.
Chris, well, can you give us a name on your list, Chris?
I had DJ Gabriel. I don't know if anybody remembers who that was.
Nope.
He was on the ECW, WWE.
Okay, so pretty much anybody in that. I was gonna say pretty much anybody in that ECW WWE could probably be on the list at some point there.
Yeah, almost. Pretty much. He's one of mine.
Who Blake? That was one of yours?
No. I said that's where Gimmicks went to.
Oh, they did. Yes. That's where television went to die as well too during that time.
I thought that was ARW. ALW. My bad.
TFK. TFK, can you give us a name on your list?
Yeah. You guys remember Jesse and Festus?
Oh, they're both on my list.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're both on my list.
Master J.
They're gonna come in next. Yes.
I like the theme song, but the gimmick overall was just bad. I don't know who approved that. It's definitely a Vince thing, but yeah, that was bad.
Oh yeah. Durag Vince approved that.
Yeah, not good. And then I remember after they split and Festus went with Punk, they had Jesse do like a Slam Master J thing.
Slam Master J.
Yeah, which was also terrible. But definitely on my list.
So he's on your list as well too, King?
Yeah, I got Slam Master J and I got Festus.
Okay. What makes him go on your list?
It was corny. It was real corny. They were trying to do the whole Malibu Most Wanted type of thing, so it was kind of cheesy, played out. That's basically why I had him.
That's the one thing.
How you think something that's gonna get over? It's like to me, like when you have a gimmick like that, what makes it bad to me is there's like a roof over of what you can do, because if you see that gimmick, like right away, like they're not winning the titles. They're not getting the championship. They're not facing the main guys, the main star-studded guy. So it's literally you're just there as like enhancement talent, which sucks, so that's bad. Yeah, it's bad.
Like if you guys are going in there as enhancement talent and you're never going to get out of it, that has to be frustrating from the get-go. Then I would assume.
Yeah. Like it's like not every gimmick has to be like obviously like main event world title gimmick. Very entertaining gimmicks that you can just get over with your gimmick alone. But if you look at those guys, you knew they weren't getting over it. So it was one of those things I felt like was doomed from the start.
Mm.
That's why he decided to act like MJF.
Anyone who's rich, anyone who has money, Trust fund kid.
Yeah.
How you separate yourself from that gimmick? You know, where
That
everybody's rich, everybody's pretty. Yeah.
Not everybody's wise like me, baby. Who's next up for you, Cha-Cha? I can't wait to hear, brother.
Yeah, go for it, Cha-Cha.
Simba, something.
Simba.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tony Atlas.
When they try
Bro, you're the same thing. You're like a Mexican Simba, bro. Yeah, it's just another one of these jungle gimmicks. Like, I'm going to play it off when I'm a Mexican.
My
Check me
gimmick
out.
works. That's the difference. My gimmick works, and you can't say nothing about that.
Simba was going places until the man took him down, bro. That's what it was. It was political correctness killed Simba.
He only performed like once or twice. It was done as soon as he came out, you know.
And for those of us, I remember Simba coming out, and I knew I got to meet Tony Atlas, you know, when he was Superman Tony Atlas before that. And I remember watching with my dad when he debuted as Simba, and we were both like, what the hell is this?
Right.
Like, to me, it was insulting to see Tony Atlas, the big, powerful, strong man that he was, come out in a Vince McMahon goofy-ass gimmick that was Simba.
And it didn't work out. It lasted like 2 segments, and then it was done right away.
Thank God. Rich, who you got?
Next on my list, I have Clown Skits.
What?
Yeah. You know, it's just another painted face. He's a skinny little goofball. He might as well cut his hair and dress up like Peter Pan, bro. Like, there's nothing special about the guy.
Skits is over right now.
Have you seen Skits go into the rafters, Rich? I saw the crowd throw Skits into the rafters and him come down. And DDT, Leonis, come on. Skits.
I could have done it.
I don't know, but Skits is over right now. He's the fans like him, the fans love him, and he's doing something right. So his clown gimmick is working, in my opinion. I don't know what Pretty Rich over here is talking about.
You know, when I assembled this panel, I wanted a lot of unique perspectives, and I think we're definitely getting it. So I'm definitely happy with the panel that we have here because we're getting a lot of interesting takes. That's for sure.
I just have the balls to say certain things that these guys don't. They want to fall in line to get in favor with the CCW, and I get it, Joshua.
That match has happened plenty of times already.
Oh, what were the results, Cha-Cha?
Ask him that question.
Well, why don't you ask him? I tried to step in when he was supposed to step up with Danny Briggs at Kumite this Saturday. That was my first choice, and I jumped in at the chance saying, put me against him, and they wouldn't. So now I got to beat the hell out of his stupid boxing trainer of his and smack him around. And watch what happens Saturday. Watch.
I already beat you at Kumite. Why I got to wrestle you again?
Oh.
It's not your turn to ask questions.
Answer that question. Blake, answer that question for the fans.
Blake Banks versus Rich Wise is a match I want to see now. LOL.
You couldn't.
What is he saying to me? I can't hear you, Junior. You
couldn't pay me enough.
No. Oh, okay. So that one's out. Wow. I mean,
that's how most people. If I would, you couldn't pay me enough to fight Mike Tyson. I wouldn't do it. I'd be scared. I get it.
Oh shit.
Honestly, I don't think anyone wants to see that match, anyways.
Yeah, a lot of high quality.
Hey, once your balls drop and you get a little bit more testosterone flowing through those fucking body of yours, then you can come talk to the Salt and Sexy Pretty Rich Wise there, Blake Banks. Trust fund, step kid.
All right, buddy. Listen, I'm just looking out for the gear. Right? I don't need any of that fake spray tan over on the nice.
Here
You're not a fan of the baby oil. The baby oil.
I can stand up for you right now. I'll show you the spray tan, bro.
Hey, no. We don't. We don't need any evidence here. The unofficial Camel Woman says Blake Banks is better than MJF for me. Cherry Bomb says TFK is the one and only.
How much you pay these fools?
A lot. Rich is trying to fight everyone now.
You stay out of your mama's purse. She told me she don't like that.
Cherry Bomb says, no, Skits is awesome. Nobody can deny that Cha-Cha's gimmick is over as fuck.
Okay. All right.
Jonathan says, "Oh, hello, oh, you got a special.
Rich, you ready for that?
Big boxing match going down this. Rich,
let's just jump to it. Let me jump to it. I got him number 5 here on my list. Johnny Scavia, whatever the hell your name is, I don't know how to pronounce it. You have stupid hair. You out of washed up wannabe boxer gimmick. That's cool. What's up? How are you?
Rich, have you ever boxed before? Been in a boxing match?
Fuck no.
Can't say it. Bro, you're supposed to be a nice baby face. Come on, Cha-Cha. No, I have not ever stepped into a boxing ring before. This is going to be my first time.
Well, we will be there to witness it. I can't wait. He says, what round do you think I'm knocking Rich out this week? Isn't it like 2 out of 3? Is it 2 out of 3 falls? Isn't it?
First round.
I believe it's a 3-round match.
First round is happening.
It's a 3-round match. Okay.
What happens if I make it past the first round, Cha-Cha? You say let's place a little bet. You say that I'm not going to make it past the first round, and this is supposed to be the guy training you, so it should be easy, right?
He's a boxer, so you're not a boxer. So I don't know. I don't think you can pass him.
I do more than you will ever know, brother, and you're going to learn this Saturday.
All right, prove me wrong.
Buddy's cutting promos on here.
Yeah, right. All right, let's get to the list. Mine at number 9. I put the Berserker on my list. I thought this was
really.
He would come out and just like hi into his. It just made me want to change the channel. Like it was a bad gimmick. I just thought it just wasn't interesting. Even as a kid, a young kid watching this, I was like, this is dumb.
I thought it was stupid when I was a kid too, but as I got older, I kind of liked it better.
You kind of liked the Berserker a little bit better.
As I got older, I think, and look back on it, but when I was a little kid, I thought it was ridiculous.
When I was a kid, it was believable to me.
Yeah.
Well, he came out like 93, so I was probably like 13.
Maybe somewhere around there. I think that's when I stopped believing it was a Berserker. I was like, this is dumb. Like, come on.
Somewhere around that's when I went to WCW, to be honest.
Right. And we'll get to some of those names in WCW around that time period too, I'm sure, coming up. Chris, Farrow, you got a name for us?
Yes. Samoan squat team. Is that the 90s?
The Samoan SWAT team?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remind us. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Everybody's perplexed right now.
Elaborate.
Barbarian and Haku?
It's like I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say like the wrong things. They were like gangsters on in wrestling. I didn't think that was kind of believable to me. So that's just my take on it.
Not believable.
Okay.
Yeah.
King Atlas, who you rolling with?
I got Perry Saturn when he was dating that mop. Remember when he was dating that mop and he was bringing it to dinner? He was making out with. Yeah, that was terrible, man.
That was a good one.
I got.
What did they do to Perry Saturn, Mr. ECW, Mr. Hardcore Raven's Flock, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a punishment for him kicking that guy's ass.
It
really was. No, it was. He beat up some jobber real bad. You guys didn't hear the story about that?
No.
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he beat up a jobber, and then that's what they did to him because of it.
On TV.
Well, they embarrassed him pretty bad then. And
I think it might have been that guy, Mike Bell, is the name I'm thinking it might have been that he beat up, and it's the same guy that there's like a Netflix story. I can't remember what the hell it's called. A Netflix movie about steroids that was on there for a long time. And the brother, I don't know, one of the guys, nobody knows what the hell I'm talking about, do they? I don't know the name of anything I'm talking about. Mike Bell is an old jobber.
That's most of the time.
TFK, who you got?
Let's look. All right, so I put the Dark Order on here, and the reason I put it on there is because I think when they first debuted, they started off really hot. Like I like that image. They had like the human throne and stuff like that. I thought that was so cool, and I wish they kept that. And then when Brody got involved, it was still a different direction, but it was good. And then unfortunately, after Brody passed, it's just been downhill from there. Like I don't get it. I thought it was supposed to be this creepy kind of demonic stable. It not that at all. So I don't even know what a dark one is. I don't explain it, but it's just, yeah, I think it's bad. And the fact that they're still doing it when they've lost like more than 90% of the people who were originally in is, I don't know.
I think it's something that started off, like you said, with a great possibility. Like, they would play the song, The Dark Order, and people would pop for it. I was at live events and people would go crazy for it. And you're right. Over time, it just kind of diminished and fell apart and had no direction to it towards the end of, I'm guessing is it? I don't even think it's still a thing.
I think it is.
Is it still a thing? Okay.
They went like a comedy route with it about a year ago, and I think that was the bullet in the chamber once they went comedy with it, because like it probably worked for like a little bit, but after that, like no one took them.
Right, and there's some
because like that, like image when they debuted and they had the human throne with all the disciples, I thought that was cool as hell. And I know they probably had a bunch of enhancement talent playing those throne boys, and they like. Right. They were terrible when they jumped Dustin and did the terrible punches, and that ruined it for everybody. But now I thought that was really cool if they kept. But obviously, it's just.
Yeah, no, I agree. And Cherry Bomb says, yes, when Evil Uno started, I loved it. I wanted to join, but it went downhill pretty fast.
Yeah, so it sucks.
Yeah. Cha-Cha, who you got?
Duke the Dumpster Josie.
That's a good pick to put on the list there. he makes my honorable mention list, Cha-Cha.
Like what was he, like the garbage man? Oh, the garbage man is realistic. He's about to take out the trash.
Cha-Cha doesn't know what it's like to have a job and actually work for a living. So I think that man was a hard worker.
Yeah, of course, but he was not believable as a wrestler. So
we actually had a buddy of mine that we would watch wrestling with at his house, and his uncle would always yell at him, "Hey, Sean, take out the trash," and we would say, "Hey, Duke, go take out the trash." Like it was kind of like almost an insult. It's like Duke the Dumpster Josie, go take out the trash, boy.
Yeah, like
I've never had a dad, so he doesn't know what that's like.
Relax over there. It's not believable. It's not something that where you could be like, oh, he's gonna be a champion. Oh, the garbage man, he's here taking out garbage, but is he really taking out the real garbage? Which he should be taking out Pretty Rich Wise, the real garbage over there.
TNT says he wears a feather boa to the ring. Of course, he hasn't ever boxed. The people just are not believe. People are having their doubts, Rich. I think Rich is going to bring it on Saturday. I'm going to be there to watch that one. I think Rich is bringing it on Saturday.
Rich ain't bringing shit.
Come on. Have you seen the way he enters the ring? Come on. Rich brings it. Rich brings it.
That's probably his best gimmick right there, his entrance.
Yeah. Rich, who you got on your list, bro?
I have Ozzy Killmeister.
Come on.
The whole hater. W roster.
No, like I know his problem. I mean, you guys don't know this about him. Like when Scott Stapp, that was the singer for Creed, he jumped out like about in 2005 or something like that, and Ozzy tried out for Creed. I know this for a fact, dude. So he's not some metalhead. He's full of shit. If he jumped in this bathtub, he wouldn't rust. He's not metal.
Oh, why you hating on the guy that thinks everybody's a poser out there? Ozzy Killmeister's
poser. He's a professional. So he cut a promo without saying the word poser, Ozzy. I dare you.
Challenge. We're gonna clip that. Then.
Hold on. Where am I in your list, Rich? Where am I in your list?
I think all the most over people in CCW are on Rich's list.
No, see, now you got fans saying over and shit like that. Like,
oh, shit. Shit.
I'm about to get out of here.
Chris, who you got on your list?
Robbie E.
TNA? Nah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Knock off Jersey Shore.
You got to say that to his face next time he comes to CCW.
That's why I don't want to be saying all this. You get what I'm saying? That's why,
Chris ain't afraid of nobody. I saw him step
Trying
up
to
to the
stay away
crowd,
from
bro.
it. Exactly. Trying to stay away from all that stuff.
Chris ain't afraid of nobody, man. I've seen this guy do all kinds of crazy stuff in the ring. Chris ain't afraid of nobody.
Why Robbie E? What you didn't like about Robbie E?
No, I just thought it was funny. I mean, he did do his job, a great job as a heel. But I don't know. I just as a kid watching TNA at the time, I couldn't grasp the character because I was not a fan of Jersey Shore at all. So that's why for me.
Pretty Rich was a fan of Jersey Shore for sure. Look at him.
Bro, I didn't watch that bullshit. I'm from Ocean City. I'm from the real
That's
shore,
what I'm
brother.
saying.
Ocean City, Maryland. I'm
really
the real motherfucking. I didn't watch that bullshit. I lived it.
Robbie.
That was the hottest thing when I was in high school, and I really didn't understand it, so I just didn't like it. I was like, man, I remember watching TNA. Was like, man, I used to turn the channel when he was on back in the day, but I do remember who he is.
Okay. King Atlas, you want to give us a name? Rich is just dunking himself over there in the tub, washing that baby oil off.
Rich taking shots at everybody. Nobody's safe, man. Let's see. You remember the oddities or oddities back in the day?
The oddities, yes.
Remember Goga would come out with a Cartman t-shirt and Eric Cartman. Yeah, Goga coming out with the Eric Cartman. He's obsessed with Eric Cartman now. He's on my list for sure. He had these awkward movements, and he had a big Eric Cartman plush doll, Eric Cartman t-shirt.
King Atlas, are you aware of who Goga is?
What about Big Daddy V?
Hold up.
What about Big Daddy
You know who
V?
Goga is? Do you know who Goga is, King Atlas?
Was he Earthquake?
Yeah, he was Earthquake. John Tenta.
John
He's
Tenta.
a freaking legend. And keep that man's name out of your mouth.
No, the Earthquake part is fine, but the Goga, nah, not so much.
Earthquake was cool. Earthquake was badass, yes.
Yeah, he was.
The guy lost a little bit of weight, brother. That's why they made him Goga. He looked a little bit more like you when he was Goga. You know, it wasn't.
Why are you hating on King Atlas?
Well, because he made my list right here. He's on number. What is it? I had a number 7. He's on my list. King Atlas. He just called it the Oddities. He can't even say oddity. He calls himself a writer. The dude can't spell his own name. There's no X in the word king, in case you didn't know that, brother. So there you go.
The X is a metaphor, homie.
I don't speak Japanese. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
King Atlas is King Atlas on anybody else's list? He's not on my list of worst gimmicks.
No, he's not on my list either.
No, Rich is on his own. Rich has got Rich is we got to give Rich at least credit. He's got the most unique list, I think, of anybody here.
Wait, hold on. He's pretty. Everybody's pretty. Everybody wants to be pretty. Everyone wants to be beautiful.
No, you got it right. Everybody wants to be pretty, but not every. Look at your face, dude. Look in the mirror. Look at what we're looking at. Back up from the camera. It's too much. There you go. Jesus, brother.
Wait. I thought the gimmick was he calls himself pretty because he's clearly not. That's why he gets beat.
There you go.
Oh.
He's the only person calling himself pretty. I don't ever heard anyone else call him pretty before. Except the announcer. They're forced to.
Yeah, I think Rich is pretty Rich wise. He's the Sultan of sexy over there. I'm
not gonna let these guys hurt my feelings. I let that shit roll off just like maybe a little bit.
He's the only guy I make me do push-ups during the interview too. So he's trying to get me on the pretty program. You need him. I do. I can't lie. I'm trying to go shopping with Blake Banks. I need workouts from Rich Wise. I need to learn some knowledge from King Atlas, some dancing moves from Cha Cha, and I just need to be a badass like Chris Farrow. So I think I can learn something from all 5 of you guys here on the show. That's for sure.
Oh, as long as you know.
Yeah, I do. I accept it. Yes. TFK, who do you got?
All right. I'm gonna bring it to one of the women's wrestlers because I got a few on here. I put Nikki Ash. I didn't like that almost superhero thing. I thought that was she was like a Make-A-Wish kid. You know, I just didn't. Yeah, I didn't think it worked, especially with the whole almost superhero thing. It worked with Hurricane. But after Hurricane, it's like, I don't know. It's just, it didn't. Which it didn't last long either. So I think they knew that. But yeah, it was bad. I liked Nikki Cross. So when she went that direction, I thought that was a step down. But they ended up giving her the briefcase and they ended up giving her the title. So who knows?
Yeah, I thought Nikki Cross was like a legitimate badass too. And then sometimes I just don't know what they're thinking.
Yeah. It was the superhero thing, but it was the fact that like she had a bunch of butterflies on it. It was very like Make-A-Wish 4-year-old kid type shit. So I don't know. I didn't like it, but not my wrestling. But yeah.
Fair pick. Cha-Cha, who do you got?
3 count in WCW. I don't
Okay.
remember them.
Yes.
Shannon Moore. Who are the other two guys? The little braided guy. Shannon Moore and was Hurricane Helms one of them?
Shannon Moore is the only one I remember.
And Hurricane Helms, wasn't he one of them?
I think he was, yeah.
Hurricane Helms, Shannon Moore, and then the other guy with the braids.
It was like the new Backstreet Boys, the
Evan.
new in wrestling.
I liked him.
Yeah.
You were a fan of 3 count, Rich.
Absolutely. They went farther than these fools ever did.
Further. What? How far have they gone? They were in champions.
I mean, you want to talk about where they've gotten in their careers?
Well, yeah, of course, but it wasn't because of 3
I had never seen you on WCW Nitro there, Cha-Cha.
I'm not that old. I am that old. I am that old. I should have.
You are that old. Yeah, like Mike, you're Mike Reed old. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. Well, Evan Courageous was the 3rd member of 3 count, by the way, to go with the other two.
Evan Courageous.
Evan Courageous. Pretty Rich. I'm afraid to ask, but can you give us a name on your list there?
How many more do we have? I mean, how much time? I'm starting to get cold. I'm pruning up in this bathtub.
We'll get through it. We'll get through it before you turn into a prune in that bathtub there.
The next one I got on my list would be probably one of the most corny, cheesiest gimmicks, and that's going to be the cheese, obviously.
Oh my God.
That is one stupid ass gimmick. Cheese. Like, come on, brother.
Well, the crowd likes it.
The crowd
they really
loves it.
don't. They don't. They throw the cheese back at. I mean, he throws the cheese at the crowd. You saw the cheese come flying back at me in the ring. They didn't want that cheese. They were trying to give it back to me.
But how many wrestlers do you know where you can actually make a sandwich from their wrestling entrance?
That's why I whipped out a hot dog on the other day. I shoved a couple Nathan hot dogs down my pants. Now we can have a sandwich, brother. That's disgusting. Throwing cheese around just to get over. You suck.
Ah.
And don't worry about Pretty. That's normally his payday right there. You know, the hot dogs.
Well, speaking of hot dogs, the next one on my list is the Red Rooster. So them taking Terry Taylor, who I thought was a tremendous technical wrestler, and turning him into just I think one of the dumbest gimmicks of all time is the
Red Rooster.
Red Rooster. I mean, anybody that comes out there, and I'm supposed to be scared of this guy coming to the ring? Come on now.
If they called him the Red Cock, he might have been over.
Well, that's why I stayed away from the hot dog jokes from after the Red Rooster.
I would have went with it, brother.
You could have pulled it off, I think, Rich.
I always pull it off, especially.
Chris Farrow, who you got?
Big Daddy V, the love machine. Big Daddy V.
Yeah, of course. And
he had the purple on.
Dude saying it at the same time.
Yeah, Gregory Kong,
I thought that was very Mabel. That was a bad gimmick too.
Like Big Daddy V, Mabel was like scary, right? He was supposed to be the scary big ass wrestler.
No, Mabel was not scary. Mabel was kind of scary.
Yeah,
Mabel was goofy. No, Men on a Mission was goofy. Mo and Mabel. That was Mabel. Dancing, that was stupid. King Mabel, and then he was Viscera when he was part of the Undertaker's crew. Then he was like scary, but he was still. Yeah, let me get it right, children.
Thank you, Rich, for the lesson. King Atlas, who you got?
I love Tommy Dreamer, but when he had that gimmick where he was eating shit off the floor.
He's eating hot dog off the ground.
He ate shit from the urinal when somebody took a piss. I think he ate somebody's pubes. He was eating this. Yeah, that one. That side of Tommy Dreamer. Everything else was great except for that part.
See, all it takes is one little thing in your history to remember something. Snitsky. Oh, Chris Farrell's got Snitsky. Chris Farrell's trying to get through this. What was it about Snitsky, Chris?
It wasn't my fault. where do you
It got played out. It got played out real quick.
Yeah, like I didn't know where else to.
Snitsky's still doing it in the independent circle right now.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, hell yeah.
Book it.
That's cool.
Book it. Farrow versus Snitsky. Let's go.
Me and Snitsky and I actually went to the same trainer. We were both trained by Alpha of the Wild Samoan, so I'll try to let him know what you said, brother.
Yeah, pass it along, Rich.
Cool.
Pass it along.
Yeah.
Start some instigating.
Drumming up a little heat here tonight. TFK,
Do it.
Who do you got on your list?
I'm gonna do another chick. Sorry, females. Emma. Just anything Emma did, I hate. I think the worst one though was the very first ad when she debuted, and did that god awful.
Oh, with the arms, yeah.
Oh yeah. But that was bad.
That was it. Like, how is that a gimmick? Like, how is that a gimmick? Not. But it's somehow it got over, and I was always the ones that never understood it. Hated the dance. And then what else did she do? That Emelina thing that lasted about, it took 6 months for her to actually debut, and then when she actually did debut, it was like one show, and then they switched her back because they knew it was bad. But yeah, I'm sure she's a sweet person. Never met her, but yeah, anything she did was awful.
Is it sometimes that they just don't even like do quality control or test these things or do a poll before they debut these?
I feel bad for her because I know she was on NXT for a bit and she was pretty good in NXT, and they're like, hey, we're gonna call you up. You're not gonna say a fucking word. Just do this. Just trust me. Trust me.
Please.
I remember watching that shit. Every time she come on the screen, I was like, what the fuck is this? But that's why she made my list. Personally.
Wow.
Okay. TNT says, I hate to say this, but I actually agree with Rich on this one. The cheese is dumb.
Oh.
Nah, come on.
Well, look at that. There we go.
See, there's lots of pretty Rich Wise fans in here tonight.
Oh, weird. Always people talking shit, and the fans come out at night. Fans come out at night.
Cha-Cha, who do you got?
Retribution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Retribution.
You were a part of that, right?
That was Retribution. Yeah.
Yeah, I hated it.
You were part of the
reason. They were forcing it on our throats. Like, it was supposed to be a faction that we were supposed to believe in, and it didn't work out.
The reason it did not work is because they made Pretty Rich Wise wear a mask. That's the only reason that Retribution did not work. I tried to tell him backstage. Vince wasn't trying to hear it. Maybe he's not there anymore. That's what happens.
It just wasn't believable, and the fact that they tried to throw it down our throats and like we were supposed to believe it, it didn't work. And look at it now. It's horrible.
I think it was doomed from the start because of how they introduced it. I feel like if they took a different approach, it would have worked. Because I like when they finally revealed the members. I did like who they had. Like I like Dijak. I like Mace. Shane Thorne was good. Mercedes is good. Like they had a good group, but the thing that killed it for me, which I felt like they were doing from the start, was all the vignettes they did leading up. Because clearly it was guys, it was enhanced talents. The body shapes were different, the sizes were different, and then the stuff they did in those vignettes leading up to it were just so bad. They were like smash TVs on the ground and literally put their fists in yeah, and then run off. Like how are like that was just bad. Like how are we supposed to believe that this is a threat when you're just throwing garbage outside the PC and lighting it on fire and going yeah.
I mean, that's what I do every time I throw TVs and light shit on fire, and I go,
yeah! Like it was bad. And I know they did something with Ariel Dominguez. You might hate this, Rich, but they did something with Ariel Dominguez. Ariel was a security guard that had to stop him, and I loved Ariel, but that was corny. That whole segment was corny. Ariel ran up to the door because they were spray painting the door of the PC, and it was just like.
A Mexican midget's going to stop Retribution?
As wrestlers, like that, like spray paint.
It was just a lot of corny moments, and it was too much.
Like it was doomed from the start. And like it started off with like dark vignettes with Dijak and Mace and Mercedes.
Oh shit!
Like we would have had more interest because one, we know who those guys are. We know they're legitimate badasses, and two, we would have been happy to see those guys finally get on the roster. But like I said, from the first jump, we knew it was down. So it's like this is either going to be really bad or really fucking bad. So it was doomed from the start.
Let's everybody welcome Rey Fury to the stream.
Oh!
Hey,
What up, Ray? What's going on, Ray? About time.
As we're coming to the conclusion of our 10 list here. We're gonna go through Ray's list really quick. Rey, welcome. Pretty Rich Wise, I think we're up to you right now. We're going in no particular order, Rey. We're just having fun with this.
Yes, sir.
Rich, who do you got as a bad gimmick?
I'm gonna go straight to number one right now.
Go for it.
Cha-Cha Charlie is the absolute worst gimmick. He's a fake Mexican. You know, he's so fake. I saw this fool put ketchup on his burrito. He's not even a Mexican, bro.
Is that true?
Nah.
Bro, come on, you were slapping the hinds on that. Dude, you are so full of shit.
It was spicy ketchup. Okay, it was
See?
it was the ketchup was spiced up. Okay,
He's been spending too much time down at Boca Raton. That dude is not even Latino. He's fake. He's from Brooklyn. He's a freaking Italian, dude. He sprayed him up and then he puts a hat on, and then all you fools are falling for it in South Florida. Well, I ain't falling for it no more, Cha-Cha.
now listen, I cater to my Spanish people. I cater to my Latinos. Mexicans are one of my biggest fan bases. So at the end of the day, you know, I represent.
What's the Spanish word for waffle? Because that's what you do, brother.
Waffle.
Yeah, you as a waffle.
Oh wow. Okay.
Wow. So hold on. I'm number one on your fucking list. Fuck you.
Number one.
Fuck you.
He's like, out of all the gimmicks,
Can you see it? Can you see that? Cha-Cha.
Oh my god. That's unbelievable. I no. I'm speechless right now. Cha-Cha Charlie, number one on the worst list. Have you seen the people dancing? Hialeah, Rich. Have you seen the people dance?
So Tito Santana was over 40 years ago, bro. Let it go. Come on. You want to talk about? You said anybody's stealing anybody's gimmick. Come on, brother. That motherfucker was a rebound back before you could even scratch those little Mexican nuts of yours, homie.
Brother, the most heat you ever had in your life was facing me, and you didn't have to do nothing. So suck it, all right? Suck it.
The only reason I was in the heat is because I'm in the stupid brewery at Unbranded where these people can't afford air conditioning, and it's disgusting down there in South Florida. Y'all are nasty. I'm gonna clean myself in a bathtub every time I get away from you.
Rey, while we got you here, while you're here, Rey, thank you for joining us. Can you give us a couple names on your list, Rey? Give us like 3 that are on your list, Rey, so we can get caught up.
Foremost, hey, Pretty Rich Wise, I don't like you talking about my Hispanic brother like that, all right?
Oh,
man, you hear that?
Hey, cut that shit out, all right? Because if I put a hot plate of food, Spanish food in front of you, you're gonna kill that shit.
Exactly.
What is it? Joe Biden under that mask, brother?
Huh? Let him know, Cha-Cha. Right?
Oh yeah, he knows about that. Man. He knows about that.
Yeah.
No, I eat steak and mashed potatoes. I'm an American.
that's the corn. What do they call the cornbread? The corn.
Corn. You're corny. Just stop trying.
I will stop. Yes, Rich.
God damn it, Tony. Ask these guys about their worst wrestling gimmicks.
Anyway,
Rey, what you got? No more jokes from me.
Man, look, I don't even know if I got 10 horrible gimmicks, but man, the first one that popped out was Dr. Isaac Yankem. I don't know if anybody said that, but that was
we have not.
That was Kane's old gimmick. He was like a dentist, right?
So dumb.
Man, that's a stupid ass gimmick. But and then you got something like Bastion Booger,
which we talked about. Yeah, that's just awful.
Mantar.
Yeah.
Tugboat. You know, most of these things were going on like in the 1990s, you know, WWF, you know what I mean? Duke's the Dumpster Drosy, you know.
He was on Cha-Cha's list, yeah.
I mean,
was Bastion Booger and Mantar the same dude? And he was a monk too?
He was a monk and a booger, but I don't think he was Mantar.
That's not Mantar. It's a different guy. Okay.
I think it is. I could be wrong, but I think it is.
They're all kind of built like King Atlas. That's what I thought.
Yeah, I didn't.
Why
like
you hating on the king?
They all built like him. They're all shaped the same.
I didn't really like the Barbarian. I thought that was pretty stupid.
The Barbarian.
What?
Nah, man. Coming out with that little hat with the horns on it and shit. Oh, come on, man.
Oh.
And the Warlord, the Barbarian, and the Warlord. Joey Mayberry's in the house. The Dad Bod Demigod is here.
Hello.
Hey, but I got the worst one of all time. Y'all ready for this? The worst gimmick of all time. You ready?
What you got? What you got, Ray?
Hustle, loyalty, respect.
Nah, John Cena.
I agree with him. I agree.
Look, man, let me tell you something, man.
Wow.
First of all, I'm gonna call a spade, all right? First of all, G-Unit was hot in the 2000s. Tony Yayo was in there. He was doing the You Can't See Me.
Yeah,
Right. And then they come out with the G-Unit spinner chain. And then what John Cena do? He come out with a spinner belt. He's doing the You Can't See Me. This man is Mr. Unoriginal, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Ray, let me ask you a question, though. What do you think about X-Pac?
I love X-Pac. What about him?
Do you? Well, you know he ripped off Tupac. That's where he took his name because he was 6 when he went over to WCW. He was the 6th member of NWO. And then he wanted to be called 6-Pac because 6 Tupac was real huge in 1996, if you didn't know. And then that's where X-Pac came from. So he did this exact same thing that clown did.
That's blasphemy.
No, but he didn't.
That's what happened. That's what. I was just saying. Yeah, those dudes were tying bandanas around their foreheads, trying to look like Tupac, calling thug this, thug that. Go back and watch it.
But that was the culture back then.
It was the culture. It was the culture for thugonomics at G-Unit. I thought it was corny then too.
That was not the culture. That was original.
Yeah.
Gregory,
I don't see anybody.
The more successful Vanilla Ice there.
Is that the George Kong? I like that guy.
Yeah. Look, you see the viewers, they all agree with me. All right.
I agree too. I didn't like the thugonomics rappy thing.
Look, hey, look,
it was corny.
Hey,
but
Rich Mike,
X-Pac did the same thing. Just saying.
You need a hot plate of some Spanish food, to get your mind right.
Dude, I dated a Puerto Rican for the last year. I had enough hot Spanish food. I'm done with that girl. You know what I'm saying?
Dad Bod Demigod, welcome to the stream. I know you had to work and you said you would jump on when you get home. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. So happy to be here. I just want to let everyone know I have no reference to anything X-Pac has ever done in his entire career. Like, I just don't. Like, if it did not involve a girlie coming out in her heels and smacking someone in the face, I probably have not seen it. So I don't know what he ripped off. I have no clue. I'm just busting in here going, okay, what y'all want to do? Let's talk about the divas. I got all that info.
Well, we are doing the 10 worst gimmicks of all time. Joey, do you have do
I have the worst gimmicks of all time?
Yes.
I just came in here and said I'm a fan of the divas division. Yes, I've seen the worst gimmicks of all time.
Okay.
My list, Joey. On my list.
Okay, number one, do y'all remember Natalia just walking in and farting in every
Farting, I said that earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember Rosa Mendez's whole gimmick was that she could jump rope? She literally walked up into promos jumping rope, and people just went, "Oh, hey, Rosa," and like turned away, and she just continued to skip rope, and there was never a point to it. There was also Caitlyn, and her gimmick was so cool. It was that she was Caitlyn.
Caitlyn.
Like, oh my god. You remember, like, if you want to go back in time, the cat used to be a mini China for a second. And
right.
It was kind of like okay, but it was also the cat, and she looks like she needs to eat, and I just felt bad for it.
Hey Joey, what you just reminded me, what was this girl's name that she used to come out singing, and then she has the scab on her
Jillian?
Jillian. That girl ran the gambit of bad gimmicks. She started off with a freaking thing on her face, which the boogeyman ate off, which albeit made it look delicious. But then also, like, she then became an advisor to like Eminem and JBL and all this stuff, and it was messy. And then she just became the worst pop star imaginable. But also, the best kind of cringe. Jillian Hall's excellent. Like, I don't care. Like, I would say that she's had like the worst gimmicks of all time, but like Homegirl went out there and made the best of it. She was like, yeah, I got a disgusting foot for a face on WWE TV and just went for that shit. I admire that woman.
Well, TNT says love Joey. Cherry Bomb says love you, Joey. So we've got Joey. We've had people waiting for Joey Mayberry to get on here tonight. So we're all happy to have you join us. Rich Wise does make a point about X-Pac. His WCW NWO name was Six Pac or Six. That outing was very forgettable. Six Pac, yeah.
Tupac, Six Pac.
Stop it.
What about John Morrison, Prince of Parkour? We had a parkour gimmick.
Yeah, lasted like what, like 2 weeks?
Can he actually parkour?
Was he able to parkour?
Yeah, there's backstage segments of him doing parkour in the back, and I don't know. I felt like it didn't correlate well in the ring. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it
That
lasted
would have
like
been a
2
good
weeks,
gimmick
man.
for actually.
It would have been if he really applied it.
Oh,
You know, in the ring.
He did parkour stuff and Lucha Underground and whatnot. He was doing a lot of different shit, like jumping off barricades and flipping off aprons and turnbuckles. If y'all watched Lucha Underground, I know a lot of people didn't, but
I didn't know, not much.
No. On my list, the couple last names here are just people that just made me angry when I saw this stuff because it was very insulting. Number down here, I got the Renegade. And, they ripped off, Rey Fury's boy, the Ultimate Warrior. No, the Renegade. He was the Ultimate Warrior ripoff in WCW.
Okay, you guys got to stop that, too. You have to stop that. He was tag teaming with my friend Joe Gomez, who's also great friends with Ric Flair. And Renegade wasn't just a little ripoff with that. Renegade, he was a lot more, and he stayed as Renegade. So just stop jumping on the train with the same names.
Not jumping on the train. It's
I'm
not
telling
jumping on the
I'm
train.
telling these guys. I'm not scared of any of the people I put on my list, but when I tell these people what the hell you boys are saying, you guys are in trouble.
Well, then on my list is also Mike Awesome. The Fat Chick Thriller was just definitely one of the worst gimmicks. Yes, the 70s guy. Mike Awesome was amazing in ECW.
Yes.
He was
awesome in WCW. He was awesome in WCW.
But that was stupid.
No, it was awesome, bro.
Why did I hear the term Fat Chick Thriller and immediately think of a Philadelphia cream cheese bar? Like, that sounds like...
Well, you're the freaking dad bod demigod. I mean, come on. What's the difference? Your body looks like a freaking Twinkie. You look like a Twinkie.
Goddesses. I stand among the goddesses. And...
Joey, you are on my freaking list right here. Actually, you didn't show up, so we didn't talk about it.
Are you
Joey,
in a bathtub right now?
The dad bods are gross, and they're not sexy. So, Joey Mayberry was right there, number 6 on my list, just so you know.
Oh.
Kiss my ass, Joey.
Don't worry, Joey. I was number 1 on his list, so fuck his list.
Yeah,
Why do you have a paper
number 1
list right now? Like, what year is this? Just type it out on like a tweet and send it. Like, why are you carrying around a paper list? Why are you in the bathtub? Are you wiping with the paper? What is going on?
And what are you looking at?
I don't know. There's just way too many questions I really don't want answered right now, to be honest.
I want answers, and I want
Joey wants answers.
My toes are starting to prune, and you need to hurry up. We're always waiting on these late show fools down. You guys get your main eventers. You're not. Look, you thought you were going to get the belt this last weekend, didn't you, Ray? And nobody even wanted to show up and fight you.
You know, I understand when the lights come on bright, some guys don't want to perform.
They had to turn the lights through my match for some reason. Did you notice that?
I perform better when the lights are out.
You always keep it gangster, Joey. I did learn that. You always keep it plenty gangster. I have learned that.
But shout out to Blake Banks.
That's it.
Shout out to Blake Banks and Joey for making it, even though they have, flight issues this weekend.
Yeah. Oh.
Big shout out.
Yo, the only person I told that I had flight issues was Eric. And then I walked up and everybody came up the next day and went, I'm so sorry. I'm so glad you made it. I was like, whoa.
I did not come up there and say that to you. I never said that to you at all, bro. What are you talking about? I didn't know you had flight issues.
Everyone did. I was like,
no, I didn't.
Everyone cares so much. I love you all. That was
I don't care one bit.
Oh,
are you back in Chicago now? Are you in Illinois now? Or are you back in Chicago?
I mean, Blake, I was a little disappointed because I know Blake, I thought he had like a private jet or something,
That's
he over there riding coach, what I'm saying?
Went down.
You can't be the trust fund kid getting flights delayed, my brother. All right, you got to get on that jet, 8-passenger jet, baby. What's going on?
It's all a gimmick.
Nah, listen. Mama Banks might have cut me off. Maybe the trust fund ain't funding as much, but it's okay. We still gonna be there.
Chris, do you have anybody else on your list, or are we winding down here?
Can't think of one at the moment. No.
Any on the indies?
All 5 at once.
What was that, Blake?
Said he was saying all 5 of them at once.
He did knock out like a bunch of them all at one time. King Atlas, who else do you have on your list?
I got one more.
Okay.
I banged out a few as well. I got Kerwin White.
That's a good one.
Chavo Guerrero to Kerwin White. That one.
Yeah, I didn't think about that one.
Yeah, man, they gentrified my dog.
I enjoyed Kerwin White.
I liked it.
I like Kerwin White.
Hell no.
They did the incest gimmick, right? Didn't they do incest with his mother and shit?
What?
Yeah, didn't he have no, I'm thinking of the Leave It to Beaver thing he was doing. Well, that was
Kerwin White.
Whatever
if I turn heel, I'll probably want to be Kerwin White. Why not? Right?
I love
White.
Charlie White.
Charlie
White.
It's Charlie James. We all know Charlie James from AEW.
Charlie James. Charlie James.
Charlie James. We're like, who the hell is Charlie James?
I remember Charlie James.
Alter ego.
Blake, you have anybody else left on your list?
Yeah, I got 2. Should I say both?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Okay. You guys remember Blue Pants?
No.
Oh, my heart. I love her.
Ray does. Does.
Okay. Well, Leva Bates, I've only met her once, but she was a sweetheart, so this is not on her. But when she was in NXT, she basically just wore like an X-Men First Class uniform. And I guess her pants were bright blue, so they actually called her Blue Pants.
Bro,
Oh, that was just a thing that the internet said, but they announced her as Blue Pants. She did the most thing she's famous for in that run is doing something with the vaudeville, but the fact that her gimmick was just a Blue Pants.
She ate with that. It was so good.
Hey, I'm an X-Men fan, and I did love that movie First Class, so I did like it, but just the fact that was her whole gimmick, that's crazy. And then the other one, I hope Matt Bloom isn't watching. But Lord Tensai was not it, brother.
You said Tensai?
Yeah, Tensai.
I thought it was fire.
Yeah.
What?
I think the idea of it was fire, like this big.
Anybody that had fake tattoos on their face, it was ridiculous.
So I think the idea of it was fire, like this big dude, like with the mist and as the little fucking Japanese guys and the powder. The whole entrance was cool, but it didn't work. And I think the reason it didn't work was because you had a white guy trying to be a Japanese guy. Because they did try to have him speak Japanese in a promo.
It's because he went to Japan.
I know. I get it. I just don't think it works.
Hey, look, man. There's guys on the indies that never even been to another state, and they wear Japanese letters on their clothes. I mean,
who was the other guy that fought Bret Hart? It was a Japanese dude, and he had tattoos on his face.
Hakushi?
Was that his name? Don't sound familiar. He came out with maybe
a whole bunch of
white pants. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe so.
What was his name?
Hakushi.
He was like a main eventer back then too, right?
Yeah.
I didn't like him. Stupid face.
Cha-Cha, anybody else left on your list?
The Spirit Squad. I wasn't a fan of them either.
World Tag Team Champs, though.
Who they were tag team champs?
Yeah, they
did. Beat Shawn Michaels and I think Ric Flair.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But wait, terrible is Dolph used to work with Kerwin White.
They were male cheerleaders. Technically that's doing their job, right?
Yeah, they were doing their jobs, but it just didn't resonate with me. It didn't resonate with the fans. I just wasn't a fan of it. I don't know.
I'm with you.
Okay, fair. Rich, anybody else left on your list, or do we hit everybody that?
No, I think pretty much all y'all gimmicks suck ass because none of are you real? Is anybody real? My name is Rich Wise. That's what it is on my birth certificate. I didn't make up some freaking gimmick. What I do is real. You guys know who I am is real.
You put the pretty there. No one put the pretty in front of it. I don't know.
My name is my name.
Is the Sultan of Sexy also on your birth certificate too, Rich?
That's John Morrison.
Guys, I'm just saying I'm the best there is. That's all I'm gonna say.
Ray, a couple more names for you.
I mean, Deuce and Domino, the Basham Brothers.
I thought about that one.
I mean,
Mike Knox.
Yeah, definitely Domino. Domino is a goofball.
You put Domino. You can't put Domino on the list.
He just said Domino. Didn't he just say Domino?
Using Domino. Yeah, he did.
Well, I think Domino sucks too. He's a stupid mama's boy fanboy. I don't think Domino's is a stupid game for immigrants and for inmates. Like I said.
Wow! Watch your mouth over there. Watch your mouth.
Rich is gonna. I'm standing on the other side of the arena from when Rich Wise is coming in from now on. It's going to be a lot of heat. Joey, could you give us a couple more names? You're last on the list here, Joey.
I'm VIP on the list. That's
always
is down below. So legit, there's quite a few. I can just run through my Diva Gambits. I mean, literally, Michelle McCool was a teacher at one point, which was awful. She also just had promos where she was running on the beach and saying, "I love life," for like the longest time. And that was it. And then you can look at Maurice, when she first came in, all she did was get to sit in a bathtub and say, "Welcome to SmackDown." Who would sit in a bathtub and cut promos? It sounds really dumb.
Yes, yeah, like this guy over here, this guy over here.
Let me bring it a few more comments. What is it with Vince and the incest gimmicks? Well, I'm not even going to go with that one there. It was Hakushi. So that was right. Rewind 89. Thank you. You were here the other night. Stan Styles is not on this show. He was on last Monday's show. For my final two, I mean, one is kind of obvious because it was just so bad. It kind of was the Shockmaster. Him just falling through the wall was just embarrassing. And what they tried to do after that and try to build him up as this big, tough guy, like construction worker afterwards, was just dumb. But my number one guy on my list
helmet, though.
Is Oz. And it was at a time where I was kind of fading out of watching wrestling. And this character was so bad and so dumb. I said, you know what? I need a break from professional wrestling. I took a break because of the Oz character.
I never took a break from wrestling.
I took a break. Oz made me take a break, Rey Fury. Oz made me take a break. And so did your number one.
Take a break again.
No, so did your number one on your list, Ray. John Cena made me take a break from wrestling too. So
okay, I did that.
Well, we've reached everybody's
Blake's mommy cut the internet off for him. So
Blake's gonna catch a private jet. He's got to get going.
Well, no, I actually know she's actually calling me right now, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Well, thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. This was a lot of fun to have all you guys on. Chris, where can people look you up and what shows you got coming up soon?
I'll be at Kumite this Saturday. Find me at Chris Farrow 954 on Instagram.
All right, King Atlas, what you got going on?
You can find me at King Atlas Lock on Instagram and YouTube. I got a live streaming gaming channel. So come holler at your boy on YouTube, man. Come chill with me.
He does. Chris is streaming and King Atlas is streaming video games. You guys are having good times. I've joined in both of your streams before. Ray, what you got going on here?
Man, I'll be in Mississippi this weekend, Alabama, Panama City, Louisiana, following those few weeks. So gonna be pretty busy the next few weeks. But catch me on Twitter, Rey Fury Official. I'm locked out of Facebook, so I'm trying to get back in.
I know. I tried to message you on Facebook. I'm like, Ray, I think you're on Facebook. It was just sending me blank messages. I'm like, I had to find another way to contact you.
I hate it, man. I hate it.
Yeah.
I'll be back this week. So.
All right. And Cha-Cha, what you got going on? You're going to be in Pompano on Saturday, aren't you?
Saturday, I'll be at the Kumite for CCW. Sunday, I'll be in Atlanta, Georgia for Mucha Lucha Wrestling.
Let's go.
And, yeah, hell yes. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Bro, take a lot of merch with you, my brother.
Oh, yeah. I heard. I seen it. I'm ready for it.
Take all your merch. Everything you got, bro.
Fill up the car, Cha-Cha. Let's get that merchandise sales in. Dad Bod Demigod.
The hat going. You already know.
Joey Mayberry, what you got going on?
Cool. As far as the ring, you can catch me again. I'll be back in September. I'm taking August as a rehab month. I've got a couple things that have been nagging me for a little bit, so I've just got to slow down for a month and like not die on a regular basis. So just gonna take that 30 days. But I'll announce some dates. Stay tuned on social media, Instagram, Joey_Mayberry, as is on Twitter, and Joey.Mayberry on TikTok. If you like women's wrestling and you're as big of a nerd as I am, you can check out the Golden Era podcast. It's a total watch through. We start in 2001 and talk every women's match in history all the way up to the current day. So check us out, streaming every Friday.
And by the way, your toy hunts are really fun, though. I've been watching those. Those are really cool.
Yeah, check behind me. I'm follow me on social media. I have a lot of fun.
Wait, Tony. I didn't get my social media in. It's Cha-Cha time. It's Cha-Cha time. ITS Cha-Cha time, whatever. Instagram, Twitter. It's Cha-Cha time. All right,
just
trust fun.
Type in Cha-Cha Charlie and you're good to go.
Why does Cha-Cha feel the need to step in and interrupt somebody when they're you had your freaking chance, Cha-Cha.
He's on the toilet right now. And
you had your chance.
I thought you were gone, Rich. Where the fuck?
If you want to go see quality entertainment, all you have to do is look for Pretty Rich Wise on YouTube, on Instagram, or on Facebook. Check your mom's house. I might be in the mailbox too. Holler.
Well, TFK, what you got going on, my friend?
The August 9th, I'm at CCW in Kissimmee. August 10th, I'm at CCW in Tampa. August 17th, I'll be in Chicago for Square Circle Megastars. And tomorrow I'll be at the theater watching Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Got to see the day early, Trust Fund Kid, got Trust Fund Connected. That's all I'm saying.
Got them hookups.
What movie theater for your fans? Let's take a show.
It's a private screening, Cha-Cha. You know this,
screening.
man.
Come on.
Come on.
I'm watching it with Kevin Feige, all right?
Oh.
They sent him the copy to his crib.
Come on.
He's not going nowhere, Cha-Cha. Come on.
Let's bring in a couple last comments here before we sign off. Michelle McCool's career highlight is her championship reign with Layla. What do you think about that, Joey?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rewind 89 said he's so-called pretty boy Rick. You don't hold a candle compared to the real man, Mr. Stan Styles. Well, yeah, that's definitely will be debated between those two guys.
Who the fuck is Stan Styles?
Dan Styles, he runs Intergender Bonanza out in New Jersey. He was on my show Monday night with Eric Academia. They're wrestling each other in New Jersey again. Yeah.
This sounds wild. I'll go.
Yes, it was super. I went during Mania weekend to their show in Jersey. It was super fun. Yeah. Cherry.
I'm putting that in the universe.
Yes. Cherry Bomb says this was fun. Cherry Bomb says she loves some 954. Definitely Chris Farrow in the house. And the unofficial camera woman says, sending love to everyone again. See y'all soon when I can. Definitely. As for me, I'll be at Kumite this Saturday because I heard every match is in a steel cage. I heard Rich Wise is getting into a boxing match, so I have to see that match as amongst all the other matches that are just fire. I think Meadows wrestling Domino this weekend in that cage match, and there's a lot of good stuff going on. And as far as the next podcast goes, I will bring that up here. Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. Well, next week we got another fire podcast on Thursday night. So it's called Heat Seekers. And Domino and ERA and Eddie Torres and Axel Rome will be on. Come on, Eddie Torres, you're the champ at Pro Wrestling Action is going to be on with us next week. I'm gonna find out what's going on there, Ray. I'm gonna find what's going on.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Doesn't ring a bell. Okay. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me here tonight. It was definitely a lot of fun, taking time out of your very busy schedules. So again, thank you guys, and best of luck on everything. And we'll definitely see you guys soon. We got 2 more comments here. Let's see if we can get to them real quick. Kumatai is fire. Get seated early as it gets packed really quick, which it does because there's limited seating in Pompano, so you want to get there as early as you can. Well, for Chris Farrow, the Titan of Poetry, King Atlas, Rey Fury, Cha Cha Charlie, Joey Mayberry, and of course the TFK, the Trust Fund Kid. Guys, if you like podcasts,
yeah, I'm here too, guys. My name's Rich Wise. I'm a wrestler.
That's messed up, bro.
Fuck you, Tony Miller. Kiss my ass.
I was just checking to see if you were still there. And of course, for the Sultan of Sexy, Pretty Rich Wise. Guys, if you like podcasts like this, make sure you hit the red subscribe button so you can stay tuned in here to Toned In Entertainment for future videos.
Subscribe to the channel. Do it. Go now. Do it now.